Hello, welcome back. Let's accumulate some more health. What do you say? There's this thing called fast food. So, fast food, I can assure you that you don't actually like it. You don't actually like it. You are actually addicted to it. Crazy, I know. But I was on a coaching call with a client just the other day, and we were discussing the health accumulating strategies that he's been enacting, the things he's been implementing, and how his A1C, his hemoglobin A1C, which is a marker of blood sugar over about a 90 to 120 day period, how it had come down from over 12 to down to 8%, which is fantastic, amazing. That's huge. However, I was suggesting, we don't want to just leave it at 8%. We got to buckle this sucker in. You've been dealing with diabetes for a long time. And we don't want to just wait here at 8% because 8% is still death destruction at a very rapid speed. And even though we got health gains, significant health gains over the last 6 months, we can probably do better. And, let's find some areas where we can really fine tune this beast that is health accumulation for you. So he told me that he was eating fast food 3 to 4 times per week, which equates to like 14 to 16 times per month, and anywhere from 180 to about 200 times per year. So that's a lot of inflammation potential, right? That's a lot of inflammation coming into the body via food, or what I like to call food-like substance, pseudofood. And on top of that, that's a lot of opportunity we're missing out on as far as his A1C, as far as bringing his blood sugar under control, getting diabetes under control. We're missing out on that, like 180 to 200 times. And he mentioned to me that he needs to be more prepared and to plan things out better, which I would 100% agree with. If we plan, if we prepare, man, we're more likely to crush any given day. But he also said just after that he really just likes fast food. It makes him feel good. It gives them, literally his words, this dopamine hit, like this reward response. He knows that. And what he didn't realize that he was saying, he wasn't saying he liked food actually. He wasn't saying he liked fast food. He was saying he was addicted to fast food. Because that's why we go for rewards. Because addiction drives rewards. Rewards drive addiction. And if you're a regular fast food junkie, regular fast food participant, this is not an uncommon phenomenon where you just feel like, man, I just got to go off the freeway and get that stuff, get that food, even though I'm not like starving, but it just feels like I am. So think about it. If everything else was equal, there was zero addictive effects, there was zero dopamine, overwhelming dopamine response from the foods you were ingesting, would you really choose a food from a fast food restaurant that has been cooked and preserved to the point of utter oblivion, that lacks all manner of nourishment? It's literally devoid of nourishment, and it's turning your C-reactive protein on, causing your blood to be thicker, compared to a homemade burger with lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, and some grass-fed beef. That basically there's enough minerals and vitamins and phytochemicals in there to last you a whole week. Like, you just live off that sucker. Would you choose that fast food versus that goodness, that true wholesome food? I bet not. But if we throw a biochemist in the way, or a bunch of biochemists, we throw out hundreds of millions of dollars in ads and colors, and make it so this food just touches your tongue just right, hits your olfactory nerve just right, to turn on those cravings for tacos from Taco Bell and burritos from Taco Del Mar and McNuggets from McDonald's. All of a sudden, it's a whole different ballgame, right? Now we're thinking like, whoa, this stuff is better than real food. Like, I'd rather have this than fresh food. Crazy, right? So, no, he doesn't actually like fast food. He's addicted to it. And you may be too. And it's okay. We can get out of this addiction though. That's the big thing. The best way to shut down addiction is to completely remove it from your life. You don't want to pet addiction. You don't want to rub its head. You don't want to, give it a little bit of love here, a little bit of love there, but not all the time. No, the thing you got to do when it comes to addiction, when it comes to something that is inflaming your tissues, you want to completely, totally, 100% extract it from your life. Make a sharp, bold demarcation, cut it off, give it no life, no substance, no feel. Otherwise, it's just going to keep haunting. And at some point, that dam is going to break. That personal willpower, that dam's going to bust. And we're going to be back scarfing. So if you decide that you just don't eat at fast food restaurants, that it's simply not an option, then you will prepare meals at home ahead of time, and you'll take time to go to the grocery store because you're going to show up at the office. It's noon, it's 1, lunchtime. Guess what? Fast food's not an option. So if I didn't bring a lunch, I'm going to have to wait till dinner time. But that's going to make me prepare food ahead of time because I want to eat lunch. I don't want to be hungry, roll into the second half of my workday. Do it. If you're ready to cut fast food from your life, what I want you to do right now is to smash the like button, hit subscribe, and comment below, I am in. Because any little step we do, any little thing we do to suggest that we want this is going to make it that much more likely that we're going to do it. So consider this for a moment for your children, even your friends' children, your grandkids. The average kid is obese. Is that crazy? The average kid is obese. I see it when I walk to work and pass by kids going to the high school, kids going to the junior high school. On my way to the office, it's really is rare to see a kid who isn't overweight, who isn't obese, whose body just doesn't look extremely sloppy. And it's so sad. It's so sad. The kids look like they've been, playing video games for the last year, sitting inside in a dark dungeon playing video games, and now they just happen to be walking to school today. These kids likely have no idea what it's like to feel amazing, to feel energized, motivated, inspired, and full of the zest for life. Why? Because they've been eating pseudo food, drinking soda pop. I see them. They got soda in one hand, a little bottle, and like 60-ounce bottle, and they have their other hand. They got some brown or white bag, which has some fast food company's label on it. That is just sad, is it not? If we're taking our kids to fast food, this is not judgment. This is just opportunity right here. If we're taking our kids to fast food, we are fueling this addictive nostalgia because they're just little kids. And we're making it extremely difficult for them to accumulate health both now and in the future. So the thing is we're training their palate to enjoy this food as opposed to whole real foods. We were literally training them for addiction, training them into addiction. And this can sound intense, totally. You may have already turned this off, but this is the real deal. This is their livelihood. And they have no way of understanding that what they are consuming is not wholesome, is not life-giving, is not going to promote their longevity. They have no idea that this is literally an inflammatory firestorm. Because, maybe it's their mom's getting it, their dad's getting it, grandma's getting it for them, grandpa, aunt, uncle, sister, brother, that's of age. These are the people they look up to. These are the people that they know love them unconditionally. And they're offering them McDonald's, Burger King, what have you. So how could they possibly know that this is not real food, that this is food-like substance, that this food is devoid of value? So let's step it up for ourselves. Let's step it up for our kiddos, for our grandkids, for our nieces, our nephews. And let's strongly consider making fast food, it's about to be crazy, a non-negotiable. What's that? How do you think? A non-negotiable. Something that literally just doesn't happen. That is not part of our life paradigm. Totally, I understand. It's going to be super challenging at first. But you know what? For me, though I had plenty of fast food up until my sophomore year of college, I had tons. it wasn't even a thought. I mean, I didn't realize that I was just putting trash in my body. I can tell you now, it's not even an option. There's no nourishment provided there for me. So driving down the road at nighttime, in the morning time, wherever we are, it's not even an option to stop at McDonald's, at Arby's, at Taco Bell, you name it, because I'm pursuing health accumulation, overflowing health accumulation. I'm running the complete opposite direction of addiction and dependence on some unnatural thing that's going to promote death, destruction, and I hate to be knowing that there's somebody out there that's getting paid big money to make me do something. So I'm gonna go the other way. If you have anyone that you think might need a reality check related to fast food, please pass this on, because like I said, this is not judgment. This is opportunity. This is opportunity. Right now, for whatever reason you watch this, who knows? I don't know. But you watch this, so it means you want this. You want health accumulation, and let's take that opportunity. I'm Dr. Matt. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and you're able to make fast food a non-negotiable. No negotiating with fast food anymore.